Unsent Letters. Story 1. To the People Who Don't Stay With Your Pets During Euthanasia by Snosberry45. It's okay. I stay. I hold them from the moment they come in until the moment their heart stops beating. I tell them that you love them so much and that they were the best dog/cat. I tell them it's going to be okay. I cradle them in my arms and rub their head. Sometimes you're devastated leaving, and sometimes you act like you could care less, but I care, and they deserve to have someone at the end. Sometimes you request things to be sent to the crematorium with them. They always get sent and handled with dignity. The cat you dropped off yesterday had me holding back tears. Your small children wrote him cards to take with him and his favorite toys. I held him in my lap and read those cards to him while I waited for the sedation to take effect. Please know that in their final moments, they left this earth loved and with dignity. If you can't stay, I will. Story 2. To the mail carrier who called the police on me, thank you. By Miss Crystal 23. After suffering through the night of the flu after a 10-hour shift at work, I was in bed, dead to the world. I did not hear when my boyfriend left for work, so I did not wake up. I also didn't hear when our 3- and 5-year-old sons walked out of my home unsupervised. I was awoken to a police officer that you summoned in my home, standing near the foot of my bed. Startled and unsure if I was dreaming or something had happened, he asked me if I was aware where my children are. I panicked as it set in. This was not a dream. I responded that they were at home. The look on his face told me otherwise. He asked why I was asleep. I explained I had been very ill the past 8 hours, throwing up constantly. He asked if I had taken any drugs. I responded I had taken a dose of flu medicine. He then allowed a relieved look to appear on his face. He explained that my children were outside with the other officer and he had been sent into the home by your phone call. He radioed the officer and my children were sent back into my house. He shared no judgment. He didn't lecture me on being a bad parent. He only suggested I visit a doctor if I continue to feel ill so this doesn't happen again. I just wanted to say, you noticed my children outside, where normally I am sitting on the porch watching them. You noticed I was not. Instead of assuming I was inside getting a drink or something, you stopped, got out of your car, and asked why they were outside alone. When my son responded, my mum wouldn't wake up today, you stayed with my children, possibly fearing the worst after a comment like that. You were late on your routes today to keep them company while help arrived. Although I was not dead or intoxicated, you made sure to call the emergency department instead of driving away. If you had assumed I was inside about to come join them and left, who knows where my children could have ended up. Also, to the officer who came into my house, I can only imagine the dread you had, winding your way through my halls, assuming you were either going to have to arrest a drug addict or tell a small family their mother was gone. The look of relief on your face made so much more sense after I was informed what my son had said. The fact that you did not yell or put me down was refreshing for once, even if I may have deserved a small lecture. I should have made sure I had gotten up. You understood at a human level that this was all an unfortunate series of events with a fortunate ending. To that, I want to thank you. It's not always easy being a parent, and sometimes the worst stars in the universe align, and bad circumstances can happen. Thank you both for being there for my children. I will treasure this lesson and make sure to practice prevention methods in the future. Story 3. The Letter We're Not Allowed to Send by Steek. Her name is Hannah. When she was 4 months old, on New Year's Eve, she got a fever. As first-time parents, we of course panicked, but assumed we would be laughed out of the hospital in time to celebrate New Year's at home. They kept running tests. On the third day, we met a woman who had slept on a mat beside her kid's bed for an entire week. We'd never been able to do that, we told ourselves. After 4 weeks, we had an answer. We knew what we were dealing with. She would start chemotherapy. She would need a bone marrow transplant to survive. We'd be spending 8 months on the mat. They checked us, but we were not a match. Siblings can be, but she is our only child, our entire world. The worldwide register has 27 million people. Surely that will be enough? But there was just one. You. I'm almost glad it's anonymous and I can't send this letter, because after 3 years, I still don't know what to say or how to say it. Why did you sign up? What made you sign up? Did you think at any point, like I did, that 27 million people would be enough? Why did you take time out of your life, your family, to do something so indescribably selfless? When you sign up, they tell you you're saving a life, but you saved all our lives, and gifted us all so many happy and now healthy days, and it's only been 3 years. There is a lifetime ahead. Sure, you do get anonymous updates about how she is doing, but what I can't say is this. Her name is Hannah, and she's fucking amazing. There will never be enough thank yous.